it. But let me assist two of you, because like he said, contract was awarded under the late President Yaradua, was consummated under President Jonathan, but commissioned under President Buhari, and was in fact was finished under President Buhari with a loan from China Exim Bank. Senator Alero, if you buy a car, you have what they call warranty. If you buy a plane or a car or anything, it's always time. But this railway started having problems from the first week of the commissioning. And the one in Lagos, if you are working, the one that in Lagos, there was a time that if you are walking, you go faster than the train. The one that was going to Ibadan, you take quick steps, you go faster than the train, you wait for the people inside the train, and they are coming. The only difference is that they are sitting, and you are walking. You use a bicycle, you get to Ibadan before the train gets halfway to Ibadan. So, it's a peculiar problem in Nigeria. When you see somebody who can do a great job, the people will talk that he's eating money, but yet he has offered service that works. I think we must change our attitude to work. So, Senator Alero, it's not money that is the problem, it's the execution of the job. If the rail system was well executed, you will not need any repair, at least in the next 5 to 7 years, or even 10 years. And then most of the coaches, I understand, the tracks are too small for them. So when they take a bend, the whole railway will come down. The whole coaches will fall. Because the tracks are the old tracks of the locomotives that we're using in the 1960s and 1970s. And so the modern rail system is very sleek. The rail lines are sleek, but the locomotives were very wide and heavy. And so once you try to take a little speed and then take a bend, everything will come down. Everything will just naturally fall. So I think we should go ahead by taking a holistic look at the entirety of the contract, vis-a-vis the funding, as well as the execution. Implementation was a problem. Even if you come now and then go and get money and say you want to repair, what are you repairing? As the period of warranty gone, the people that supply those things ought to give us a specific period within which those things will not spoil. And if anything spoils, they will repair it with their own money, not with Nigerian money. We've not taken steps to recover the losses. Neither have we taken steps to know why they were second-hand. There is no country that will just go and contract with another country to buy second-hand railway system. I don't think there is any such country. So whatever happened here must have been man-made. And that's why we have the hardcore committee. So let me, yes.
Please approach this matter. I don't want anybody to misconstrue this matter. First of all, I said, were those cargoes new? Were they new when they were purchased? What about the revenues they make? At least 1.7 to 8 billion. That was the intention of this motion. Where is the money? It's not a service railway. People pay. And were they new when they were purchased? The question is no. Second hand. And who did it? And why?
It's not even that. there were issues you raised. Senator Alero, he also pointed out, I don't even think you were in charge at that time. He pointed out that they were conveying about 10,000 people a day. And the people paid. So where did the money go to? And then we also borrowed billions and billions to Putin from China. Why would they sell us second-hand rail coaches? What about the rail tracks? Why second-hand? So we have a responsibility as a Senate, founded in the Nigerian Constitution, to ask questions, to look into these things, and to correct them. We have always said that we're a corrective parliament. So we must look into these things and let Nigerians know where they went wrong. And if there are people that kept the money for us, saved the money for us to buy the second-hand ones, then we get them to bring back the money. From their hands alone, we can recover enough money to repair the coaches you are talking about, if we need to repair them. Or we ask for a total refurbishment. That's why we want a holistic look into this. So the distinguished Senator Adams Oshiomhole, if he's here, we had set up a committee under you to look into this railway system. Look at the rail tracks, look at the coaches and everything, and why they were failing. And why it would take, like he said, 3.5 hours for something that should take 25 minutes to Kaduna by the modern railway standard. But this one takes 3.5 hours, which means that if you are using a bicycle, you will get to Kaduna before the train. Even Okada man or Keke Napep will move faster. Keke Napep will get to Kaduna. Keke Napep will get to Kaduna and even return to Abuja before the train gets there. It's a very sad commentary on the Nigerian situation. So you have to do your work. Whatever had been hampering you, just by way of reminder, please, on the 4th of November 2025, this Senate, realizing this problem, set up a committee which for paucity of funds had not commenced work, but we must look for money for you to commence work. And the members were distinguished Senator Adams Oshiomhole as chairman, distinguished Senator Hussein Babangida Oba as member, distinguished Senator Abaribe Enyinaya Accord as member. In fact, distinguished Senator Alero Adamu Mohammed, who seems to have a lot of information, was also a member and is still a member. So you give the information to your colleagues so that they will come in writing to us. Distinguished Senator Ositangu, a member, and distinguished Senator Eshilogu Sani Waziri, member, distinguished Senator Olamileko Adiola Solomon, member, distinguished Senator Dankwambo Ibrahim, member, distinguished Senator Kinkibe Ireti, member, distinguished Senator Yao Sahabi Alaji, member, distinguished Senator Ide Dafinone, member. I think they were very well chosen, but you can call anybody in that has information to give to the committee and can be of use. So if you fed your name, just stand up so Nigerians will know that you are about to start your work. Just stand up. In fact, distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi, for the fact that you have used the train recently and it took you 3.5 hours. As an eyewitness, please rise. You are included as a member of this committee because just like Senator Alero, you seem to have personal experience. Senator Alero, if we can rise for 1 minute so that I will just do the needful. So on behalf of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it It is my privilege to formally inaugurate the Hardcore Committee on Railway System Investigation in Nigeria, holistic investigation, and to revert to the Senate in 6 weeks. Therefore, in the name of Almighty God, this committee is hereby inaugurated. Please, you may be seated.